My husband doesn't satisfy me in bed. I've tried to help him. I've tried to encourage him. It is very selfish while being intimate for you to have an ejaculation and not have your woman orgasm.
I sleep with men for money, and the one thing I wish men would know about women in the bedroom is that our holes are not like this. They're like this.
I gave my man a BJ the other morning while he was still asleep. I was just so sick and tired of waiting for him to wake up. I wanted to enjoy myself, so I went under the covers and helped myself.
That there are women out there who are complaining about their men touching them too much. That is like complaining that your Wi-Fi is too fast.
Guys, I need help. And I need that help now. I need the help ASAP. My husband doesn't satisfy me in bed. I've tried to help him. I've tried to encourage him. I've tried, to encourage him to get help. But it's not working. It is not working. That is why I said that I need help now. My faith, yes, as a Christian, as a child of God, doesn't encourage me to have sex toys or have a boyfriend aside from my husband. So guys, what do you advise? I need it now.
You know when you like a guy, but there's things that kind of turn you off in bed about him?
I feel like a lot of times the things guys do, they're only doing them because they think you actually like it.
One girl they dated once.
Or they watch some video where they did that and like the girl was like, oh my God, I really like it. And they don't realize it's acting. Men with porn are like females to reality TV. They can't understand that it's not real.
And then they reenact it in their real life and you're like, that's not how it actually happens.
There's actually so many conversations before this that you didn't see. There's contracts, there's lawyers.
Also, there was foreplay that they didn't show. There were a lot of conversations that didn't lead to
There's cameras, there's lights, there's producers.
Yeah, she didn't just come. It wasn't that good, it wasn't that bad, okay?
It's like, are we getting an Emmy? No, but it was a solid performance.
Oh my God, that is genius.
Dear men, it is very selfish while being intimate for you to have an ejaculation and not have your woman orgasm. I am going to say it again. It is a very selfish thing to do for you to have an ejaculation during intimacy and not have your partner have an orgasm. Why? You don't think we're special too? You don't think we want to feel that high right there too? Think again, honey. Think again.
I sleep with men for money, and the one thing I wish men would know about women in the bedroom is that our holes are not like this. They're like this. A lot of guys think that they can just shove it in and everything will be fine. Now, of course, there are definitely situations and some women where that will be okay, but you need to ask first. Most women throughout their days are more closely resembled to this, where the walls of their hole are kind of slightly closed, and to get anything in there, you actually have to push it apart. Now, these are muscles, right? So if you're pushing them apart very forcefully when they're not ready, it can be incredibly painful. Double so if you're not wet enough there. We're talking torn skin. Those movies you watch where the guy just slams right into her first time, that's usually not actually the reality. On those sets, a lot of women will open themselves up a little bit beforehand to make that more comfortable. And a lot of the time you will also do promo material before the actual film because you want to look nice for the cameras with your hair and makeup, which can get worse throughout the day. I sure you can understand why. So sometimes they will reenact each position or action just for a few seconds for each shot. Now, what is going to determine how open someone is due to a lot of things. Genetics is one of them. So some women may have no issue with this. Menopause, medication, even just how much sleep or water that person's had, but also how excited they are. Typically, the more excited they are, their muscles will naturally loosen and contract in a way that will open everything up. Now, of course, if she is really tight, that doesn't mean that she's not excited and doesn't want to be with you. It might just mean that she needs a little bit more time or assistance to open up. Don't be jackhammering away without permission and without warm up. You're just gonna hurt her, potentially very seriously. Anyway, that's how you have great bedroom times.
Gave my man a BJ the other morning while he was still asleep. I was just so sick and tired of waiting for him to wake up. I wanted to enjoy myself, so I went under the covers and helped myself. Anyway, as he started to wake up, I freaked out and something popped into my head. As he woke up, I was like, oh my gosh, is consent a thing? Like, am I doing the wrong thing here? I've literally just gone down on this man without even getting consent. And I was so worried what he would think. Anyway, fair to say, he woke up and he was the happiest man alive. And then I said to him, you know, was that an issue? And he was like, hell no. This is open 24/7. Like, this is a free-for-all. Go for it. And I was like, got the green light. I was good to go. But I want to throw it out to you guys. Is consent a thing, or is it open 24/7 for us ladies?
I don't want women to live in a world where they feel like they can't have a sexually expressive life and they can't like actually enjoy sex, because I did participate in hookup culture, and although I don't really promote that and I don't think it's safe, I don't regret what I've done and like the people I've hooked up with. It's because I wanted to have those experiences, because everybody on the planet, as humans, as natural sexual beings, we all have a right to be able to enjoy that. As long as nobody is getting hurt, everybody is enthusiastically consenting, we should be allowed to be doing these things without being shamed, without being whatever. Men, of course, have made this extremely difficult for women to be able to have healthy, safe, genuinely normal sexual connections. And that's fucking unfair. They've turned sex into such a difficult thing and such an uncomfortable thing to have to like navigate as a woman to be able to actually enjoy. And it's like, if we weren't in this like weird, wild fucking manosphere incel era right now with all these men running around giving women STDs on purpose because they hate us so much, I probably still would be hooking up with men. Right? I'm 28 years old. I'm an adult woman. No one is ever going to make me feel bad or feel ashamed for wanting, liking, and enjoying sex with men. I'm a straight adult. I'm a straight female adult. I like to have sex. I haven't had sex in like 4 years almost, because I don't want to have sex with any of these people. I enjoy it. I can't find anybody to have sex with. And I don't want women to live in a society where we can't even enjoy sex because men are fucking ruining it. Like, they're doing it on purpose. They don't want us to ever be able to have sex be an enjoyable experience for us. And that's what's fucking frustrating.
Wait, you're telling me that there are women out there who are complaining about their men touching them too much? That makes no sense. That is like complaining that your Wi-Fi is too fast, or that your food is too delicious. Listen, if you have a man who you're tired of, send him my way, because I'd love that.
Real talk, real quick. Let's talk about feeling insecure in bed. Last night I was had to do that because we can't say it on TikTok. And I felt really insecure about my body, and he could tell I felt insecure and brought it up, and it was like, you don't need to feel insecure. You're beautiful just the way you are. I like everything about you. And I still felt insecure, and it really just made me not be in the mood. And I've been very much in my head about it all morning. And I just wanted to talk about it and be open and honest on Feast, because that's what we're all about. And I'm curious to know how you guys like get over it. Let me know, please, because I could really use some words of motivation.
Guys, here's one of the most common complaints that women have about men in bed that I get. It went too fast. He rushed it. He was just so eager. It went too fast. You see, the female body is like water. It takes time to boil water, so we have to be patient. Ask any woman, and I think she will say that she really likes when things are building up, when it's like really slow and sensual, and it's building up her energy. We don't work like you. Men are more like fire. Like you press a button and you're like, wow, you're on it. We need a little bit more time. Our bodies are different. Our arousal is different. So my invitation to you is like, how slow can you go? How slow can you move and touch her? And when you think you go really slow, go even slower. Try this and thank me later.
Have some enthusiasm. Act like you want to be there. Get in the role. Get comfortable in your body. Your partner wants to see you enjoying yourself with them, okay? So cut the shit of just being like this. Show me something. Show me that you want to be here. Show me that you love doing what you're doing.
Virginity and body count. Let's talk about it. Hello, my name is Carla, and restoring healthy mindsets is my thing. So I'm a big believer of discipline with intimacy, especially as a woman. This whole hookup culture is not sexy, it's not pretty, it's just disgusting. And it doesn't teach you anything. On the contrary, it hinders you. Whereas if you have discipline, you learn self-control and you get to see people's intentions. So I had a purity ring where I committed to myself that I wasn't gonna be intimate with anybody until I met my future husband. And that saved me so many problems. Am I saying that everybody should do this? No. It was just a calling that I had and I felt the need to do it. But it helped me so much because I developed self-control. I got to discard all the guys that just wanted one thing, and I received a lot of respect. The big question, does body count matter? Personally, to me, it shouldn't even be a topic of conversation. I can tell you the people that have had way too much intimacy with different people based on their aura. I can sense it. And I'm pretty sure anybody can too. But if you're with someone, it literally should not matter. If you're scared of like the STDs or whatever, go get checked out. But that topic of conversation should never, ever be brought up if you're being serious with someone. That's just none of your business, frankly. But the whole takeaway from this is to build self-discipline with intimacy. Because we need to understand that it's a pact that you're making with the person, literally exchanging fluids with one another. So don't take it lightly. If you're going to be intimate with someone, you better keep in mind that their inner demons are going to be yours now. Their insecurities are going to be yours now, because it is a spiritual thing. So us as ladies need to be smart.
9 out of 10 times my husband says no. She means when she tries to initiate sex. Honey, I am so sorry. And something else is definitely going on. I say sex is a symptom of your relationship. So if your sex life sucks, that is an indicator that there are things that are not being said and topics that are being avoided in your everyday relationship. What could be going on? You know, it's anyone's guess, but it definitely stems from an insecurity of his, something that he doesn't have the courage to address openly with you. You know, vulnerability is the key player in having great intimacy, emotional intimacy, spiritual intimacy, physical intimacy, sexual intimacy with our partners. And so in order to have that intimacy, to build trust, to have respect, that our attraction for each other and our sex drive comes from, we have to address the things that we don't really want to talk about, which is what no one really talks about. Definitely open up a conversation with him, because shitty sex only gets worse from here. It will continue to go unsaid. The reasons behind why there is always a no behind an initiation, it's only going to get worse and steep in deeper secrecy, silence, and judgment and shame and all the things that we kind of, why we don't address the hard things. I wish you the best of luck. Every woman deserves to have absolutely fantastic pleasure and a great sex life, and I hope that that comes for you very soon.
So when I was married, my ex-husband and I pretty much did not have sex for the last 3 years of our marriage. And we tried lots of different things to help us try and have sex with each other, and it just didn't work. So we were basically just best friends living in the same house together, but not even really best friends towards the end. There was a time when I had convinced myself that that was okay. you know, because we had been together for almost a decade. We had built a life together. We owned a house together. All of our friends were wrapped up. Like, our entire life, of course, was built around each other and our marriage. And I honestly thought, well, you know what? Like, maybe this is just how it is. Maybe this is just what happens to people. And maybe I can be okay with this. But the thing is, I realized I wasn't okay with that. So I made the really scary decision at the time to walk away from my marriage with the belief that there would be someone out there for me who I would fall in love with and who I would experience that type of intimacy with again. And also for my ex-husband, I wanted that for him as well. I knew that I wasn't able to give him that kind of intimacy anymore, and so I wanted him to be able to find that with someone. So I took a really big leap. I took a risk in walking away from comfort and stability and security because there was a part of my soul that kept telling me there's more. I didn't want to go through the rest of my life in a loveless marriage. Love, intimacy, it's one of the most beautiful gifts of this lifetime. And for me, being in a marriage where we were just coexisting together as roommates, essentially, it wasn't enough. Is it scary? Absolutely, it was scary. Absolutely. Starting over in my 30s, not easy. But now I live in Costa Rica, in paradise. Now I am with a man who, wow. When I tell you we have steamy sex, understatement. We make love like there is no tomorrow every single damn day. And it's funny because after my marriage ended, I spent a lot of time being single, just to focus on myself and to heal and get clear on what I really wanted. And something that I wanted to call in with a partner was I wanted someone that I would have crazy, steamy, passionate sex with. That was something that was so lacking in my marriage, and I knew that I really desired that type of a connection with someone. So I'm here to tell you that if you want more, you can have more. It might be a little scary to take the leap, but I promise you that if you do, what is waiting for you on the other side will blow your mind. You just have to trust in what your heart and your soul is pulling you towards, and do that.